is up 57-41 on Biden, but now down to 4 with 75% of the votes in. Biden up 51-47 on Trump in North Carolina. So pretty encouraging for him there. Biden up 65-39 in 65-33 in Pennsylvania. That's very, very early, and that would really kind of be the decider if things get close, which it kind of looks like they will. But the biggest surprise of the night so far for the Democrats has to be Ohio, 53-45. Biden up on Donald Trump, and as again polls are about kind of just coming in, also in Wisconsin as well. Michigan, Trump has a lead there. That's with 16% of the votes in. And finally, in Kansas, Biden is up 52-45 with 37%.
Yeah, these House races, though, in South Florida are really not looking good right now.
No. I think the two most alarming things, first of all, Florida, not good at all. Michigan, I mean, maybe just, a lot of Detroit hasn't come in, but I mean, Michigan looks to be like Trump has a huge lead right now.
Well, Detroit's only 3% right now.
That's true. And Georgia, hopefully, I mean, it narrows, but right now it looks like it's going to be a larger lead than we anticipated.
The urban
But then again,
areas
Atlanta is only at 1%, 50%.
Yeah,
now,
all
so.
of look at the counties around Atlanta as well, which are going to be huge support pockets for Biden because of the
Oh yeah, there's like nothing.
They've barely reported. I'm actually feeling a lot more confident about Georgia because of North Carolina, but NYT still has North Carolina probable for Trump. So,
I wonder. That's a really trippy thing.
That's worrying to me.
And they're all probably Trump, Georgia and North Carolina. So,
this election could be really not as much of a landslide as we wanted it to
and they
be.
say their estimated likelihood based on the way the results are, and we may have another unwelcomed guest here. We'll have to see. But I think we should just preemptively kick him out. There we go. But
North Carolina's tightening. Yikes, that's not good.
New York Times has best guess: Trump wins 3, Biden all 3, Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. That's the best guess in the New York Times modeling right now.
Oh my God, my prediction was so wrong.
Whew. That is actually interesting.
Walk, James.
Those leads are like the New York Times election needle. It's just like it predicts what you don't want to believe at the moment, but it kind of does turn out to be right. We'll see. Who knows? We will see. All right, we are continuing to look at all these results and some pretty much generally some pretty encouraging holding results, but nowhere where Biden is really kind of blowing things out of the water in terms of where he needs to.
Powell gained a little bit. So 12,000 vote difference now, and Shalala's 8,000 vote difference.
James, what is the consequence here if we look at the House that these seats do fall away?
Oh, it's a big consequence because, well, for Mukarsel Powell, the guy who's running against her is a moderate Republican. He doesn't even support Trump. So it's not really too big. But Maria Elvira Salazar, who's running against Shalala, which I don't think she's going to win that race, actually. I don't think Salazar's going to win because she's only down by 8,000 votes. And there's 10% left to report. It's 90% right now. So, but if Salazar wins, that's bad for Democrats because Shalala, I mean, she didn't really actively campaign that much in her congressional district because she kind of thought it was just going to be handed to her.
And and that's in the D+5 district where she's down currently by
9,000.
What?
8,000. Excuse me, 8,000.
Yeah, that's 2
roughly
2% there.
Texas has tightened significantly. It is down to 0.6 of a margin for Joe Biden right now.
But how is El Paso didn't come in yet, though? El Paso did not come in yet.
True.
Looks like we are seeing some
Spencer,
uninvited
give me
guests.
admin and I'll fix the thing for you.
Make you admin? How does that work?
Okay, make a role.
A
Go into
what?
settings.
Uh,
Okay, go on the top right next to the election night. Drop
Okay.
down. Server settings, go into roles.
Roles. Administrator.
Give me every single thing so that I can like delete. Like I'll delete all the invites and then I can get the thing closed for you.
All right. Well, we're giving James the power here to get this Discord server back under control. And
what's the issue?
because we have the
There we go. Now I can do it. All right.
we have some people coming
Invites.
in. that
I'm
should not
deleting
be
all the
coming in.
invites. So
All
now we
right.
won't have anyone come in.
All right.
I'm also gonna close the chat. Not chat. Like I'm gonna close the channel. So.
No, that's good. Okay. Now we get some semblance of order back in here. Interestingly enough, we have a new female senator in the House, or sorry, in the Senate. So Mike Enzi is retiring in Wyoming, and Cynthia Loomis will replace Mike Enzi from the same Republican Party. There, no surprise. Yeah, so some pretty interesting stuff going on, and let's just go around the room. In terms of where we started, how are we feeling based off of where we started? We can start with Chase, if he's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still kind of feeling nervous, but we'll see.
Looks like we got Chase in an eating moment there. James, you feeling a little bit more nervous or less nervous?
I am feeling very nervous right now in this sense that, probably because I got to stop looking at the House. But in regards to the presidency, I think I am cautiously optimistic given Ohio's out of the blue strength for Biden, I'd say. Optimistic about the presidency. Senate, I'm on the fence. House, I think Democrats are going to hold control, but I'm really looking at these South Florida districts closely because, oh gosh, okay, that's not good. Mukersel is actually losing support because 94 is now in, and Carlos Jimenez is up by 13,000. Let's look at Elvira.
Yeah, so it really looks like the Democrats are just losing en masse here. The their entire stronghold of South Florida. That is definitely something that you kind of did not expect to see in this election. James Weld, how confident are you feeling as opposed to the beginning of the night?
I'm still very confident, honestly, that I think Biden is going to win the presidency, but it's not going through the path that I had. It's not like it's running like completely against the realm of what I had envisioned, but it's not. I definitely was expecting Biden to do better in the Sun Belt than he is right now. Of course, there's a lot of votes that haven't been reported. Florida, though, that's a big psychological loss. The polls did have Biden up in Florida. I don't know, like that. There's definitely, we're seeing a redward shift in the polls, which is not, that doesn't bode amazingly well. But I'm still fairly optimistic about the presidency, and I'm cautiously optimistic about the Senate.
Yeah, that is interesting. Right now, in terms of the Senate, just to give you bring you back to the overall tracker of just where things stand right now. Democrats have secured 42 Senate seats to Republicans 38 so far, and there are 20 left to be decided. Right now we have Barbara Bollier up in Kansas still with around just a tick more people reporting there. Another interesting one to watch is John Hickenlooper, right now with 11% reported, way up on Cory Gardner, what is likely to be a Democratic pickup. But so far, no flips. That's what we're watching for, of course, is the flips. And we have not seen any of those yet. I do want to do something that is kind of, people don't do a lot. Let's take a look at the governor's race and where those stand. Nothing too interesting so far. Phil Scott and Kristen Nunu have won re-election in Vermont and New Hampshire. The two kind of the Republican governors in blue states paradox, which is always interesting. So North Carolina right now, Roy Cooper is still holding on to his, no surprise, it's going to probably definitely almost for certain win re-election there in North Carolina as governor. And President Trump is outperforming. Apparently, is he? I'm seeing what's happening on CNN right now. I know Chase is watching CNN with the sound hopefully on. Do you know what's happening? I'm not sure.
I don't have the sound on. For what?
It says
they're pointing to Georgia right now.
It says like Trump is underperforming 2016 by 5%. Is that something about that?
Those are the counties where Trump's underperforming. So like around the Atlanta area.
Just the ones that are highlighted.
Yeah, Biden's outperforming and Trump's underperforming in a good amount of counties in Georgia compared to 2016.
It looks like Ohio is narrowing, and someone said that North Carolina. Someone was predicting
North Carolina is narrowing.
North Carolina, Ohio is narrowing. If Texas, Ohio, and North Carolina go for Trump as well as Georgia and Florida, it's going to be very narrow. That is a nightmare scenario.
Texas and North Carolina both go for Trump as well as Florida?
At least one death knell state. We need one to just know.
Then Biden's going to need to hold on to Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Nevada. I don't know.
Yeah, Nevada.
Does anyone
Arizona.
remember? I think North Carolina. It's going to be tight. It's going to be within probably
also,
half of.
In regards to Florida, are they counting any type of like absentee ballots, or are they counting them tonight?
I believe I read that they would have 98% of their ballots.
Oh wow! Okay.
Looks like Florida will be raising the minimum wage. That's official, pretty much. But it will be in 6 years. But still, so you got to read the fine print there. Yeah, very kind of 2016 2018 vibes with Florida going to Trump, continuing and Democrats continuing to gain especially in the Midwestern suburbs. So even if Trump does win Ohio, Biden's already ahead of Clinton's total in the outskirts of Columbus and the outskirts of Cleveland, which is, again, those outskirts of cities. Expanding his city poll is going to be very, very key for him in this scenario.
Yeah. I just want to point the popular vote is very close right now, and California has been counting 0 votes. So it looks like Joe Biden's going to win the popular vote by over 5 million, I would say, at least.
New York is only 16% in.
Texas is literally down to like 1,200 votes.
I mean, the popular vote is going to be a huge difference. Yeah, Texas.
Oh, it is.
I don't know. I think Texas might go red. I think I'm gonna.
It's close.
It's close. I think it's gonna go red as well, though.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is officially in Congress as well. The QAnon lady.
That's a moment of silence, honestly.
God, freaking hell.
She was always going to win.
What were you expecting? She was running against no one.
It's just something dark about it. Actually,
I want to put Kansas on the center stage here. It looks like Kansas. 51% reporting Joe Biden is winning, as well as the Democratic senator from Kansas. I don't know.
This is very interesting.
Yeah.
What could that possibly imply about Iowa?
Holy shit!
As another agriculturally significant Midwestern state.
Yeah, that's going to be one to watch in about 40 minutes.
Look at North Carolina.
What is happening?
It's at 1.8 right now in the Senate race.
Biden's up 50.7 to 48.2 right now.
Yikes.
So very, very close. Tightening up.
I mean, the polling is. I mean, if the Democrats underperform polling by
there's actually, if you look at the counties, it seems like most of the votes are left in urban and northern areas. But
that is true.
I don't know, man. It's definitely going to be a nail biter in North Carolina.
Yeah, let's go around. See, looks like a strong, a lot like high 80s and 90s in terms of votes that are counted for the Republican side, and we're getting like 60s, 50s. I'm just trying to fill in. It's very unscientific, but just trying to get the sense of how much vote is left.
What the hell is happening in Michigan?